Welcome back, Twin Cities Female Fitness Community. We are back with live trains for this year. And what we want to start out with is one of our big pillars, family. If you've been around Complete Performance, you know that family is a big piece to what we do. Not only for the fact that we are a husband and wife owning a gym, operating a gym together, but also the fact that a lot of our clients have been around and with us for so long, it feels like they're kind of family. Some of them quite literally our family. So to help you better understand what our style of accountability is like, that's what I want to bring to you in today's training. So let's talk about what we're going to cover here. Number one, we're going to cover why accountability matters. Why does it personally impact you? Second, I'm going to break down what is family style accountability. How does that differ from standard accountability? And then third is we're going to talk about how to implement that into your routine. So the first thing we want to dive into is why accountability matters. Let's talk about it honestly. The truth is that most of us struggle to maintain the things that we say that we're going to do, because somewhere along the lines, we lost our personal accountability as well as our external accountability. When it comes to diet and exercise programs, this is where our worst traits are shown. We don't have the ability to any longer commit to the diet program, commit to the early morning workout or the workout after work, which is why we need an external source to help us build that back, to remind us and nudge us when we don't really feel like doing it. So here's where accountability comes into play. It has three key benefits. Number one, commitment. When you commit to something and you commit to another person, you are much more likely to follow through. It's no longer just you, yourself, and you trying to navigate this difficult path all by yourself. You have somebody else to hold your hand and to guide you through the process. The second is support. We all hit roadblocks. We all have that little voice in our head that tells us you can't do this and that you weren't cut out for this. You're just destined to be overweight and unhealthy for the rest of your life. Having a team of support behind you is incredibly motivating. And what an awesome benefit to have to be able to turn to somebody and say, I need your help. I need you to pick me up. I need you to check in and make sure that I did my workout. And then third is results. It is scientifically proven that people with accountability are more likely to achieve their results. If it's science, you better listen to it. You better stick to it. So accountability doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean that you have to have everything in line. In fact, accountability works best when you do make mistakes often. You have that person to check you and to make sure that you get your stuff done, to maintain the structure and that you get results. So now let's talk about our style of accountability, family style accountability. This is our approach to accountability. Think of it like this. When you're in a family, you got the mom and dad and you got the kids. And sometimes mom and dad have to give the kiddos a big hug and a gentle, you've got this after a tough day. But there are other times where you gotta give your kiddo a kick in the pants because they didn't do what they said they were gonna do. They didn't clean their room, they didn't do their homework, they didn't pick up or lock up at the end of a day. You need both. And that's the way we run our family style accountability. There are three pieces that we operate with. Number one, connection matters, meaning that I care about you when I'm checking in, and that the words that I'm saying in helping you get better results come from a place of deep care and love. This is not just somebody checking in because they have to check in. I genuinely care and want you to succeed in your goals. Second, non-judgmental environment. Now, we joke around here. We are not Planet Fitness. We don't proclaim ourselves to be a judgment-free zone. But what we do proclaim to do is to provide this family style accountability, which can come across like judgment. What we want to do is we want to be honest, but honesty is different than judgment. We're asking honest questions, real questions about what you could have done better, what you could have done differently, how you can improve. Because we believe, and it goes back to point number one, connection matters, we believe that you are worthy and deserving of success. And then the last is shared wins. I want to know when you do something really well, when you do something cool, when you notice that little bitty change. I want to know about it because there's something about celebrating a win with somebody else. It's always okay to give yourself that pat on the back, but when you can tell somebody else and be proud of it and be confident, it reinforces your confidence in yourself, that you can do this, that you are worthy of this, and that you are deserving of success. Picture this. You have not just me as your coach, you have our team of coaches, you have our community of clients, you have a world of people around you who are here to support you, motivate, and encourage you when you don't really feel like doing it. These people are going to give you that pat on the back and that hug that says, you've got this. But they're also going to say, hey, you blew it. What can you learn from this? And how do we get better? So let's talk about how to implement accountability into your routine, because we all know it's important. This isn't new, but we have to figure out action steps to put this in place. The first thing you have to do is you have to identify who's going to be your accountability partner or who's in your circle. This may be a coach. It may be your workout buddy. It may be a partner or a spouse. It may be a friend, a coworker. It could be your mom, your running group for moms. This is your group of people that can hold you accountable. Now, the difficult part in doing this is these people can't just be supportive. They can't just be the person that says, you've got this. These people need to be committed and they need to be honest with you. They need to be able to tell you that you can do better, that you deserve better. It's a fine line. It's not somebody who just beats you down and yells at you either. Second, you need to set clear expectations. How are you going to check in? How are you going to hold each other accountable? What does this look like? When do you check in? What does the check-in look like? What do you do if you don't succeed? That last one is a huge piece, because if we don't have some type of consequence or reward, then there's nothing really that motivating to do it. I had a client the other day. What is one way that you can be better held accountable to this journey? And she said, quite simply, paying somebody a monthly fee is motivation enough. Money is what motivates her. Awesome. She said, if I don't do it, I'm wasting my money. I hate wasting money. Awesome. If it's something for me, I don't like to let people down. I'm a people pleaser. So if I say I'm going to do something for you and you reach out to me and you say, hey, did you get your stuff done? I feel 10 times worse that I let you down than if I just didn't do it altogether. So find what is going to happen, what's going to be done if you don't succeed. The next piece, you have to get your family involved. Now, they may be part of your accountability circle, but more often than not, you're going to find that not everyone in your family is meant to be a part of your accountability circle. But your family is a part of your health journey. There's not a single one of us who is doing this alone. Now, your family may look different. Your family may consist of all friends. Your family may consist of a spouse, kids, parents. Your circle may consist of siblings, cousins, whoever it may be. But you have to get your family involved. You have to have conversations around what your goal is, what your expectations for yourself are, and you need to set the expectations for yourself. Where I see this come up as a problem most often is when it comes to setting yourself up for dinners. Oh, my family won't eat that. My kids won't eat that. My spouse won't eat that. Have the conversation. Share why it matters to you. Communicate that deep feeling of why this is so important that you start this. If you frame this and just blame this on me, oh, my coach says I can't have that for dinner. They don't care. They don't care about me, but they care about you. And they want to know why this matters to you. The other piece to remember is you can't force this on anyone. If I tried to force my coaching on every single person, I wouldn't have a business. You have to come to this decision by yourself. You have to come to this realization by yourself. It's okay to approach your family and to say, hey, mom's making changes and I hope that you're okay with that. I would really like your support. If you ask somebody in your family who loves you and cares for you, if you ask them for their support and they say no, then they're not worth being on this journey with you. Bring your family along. Have honest conversations. Be stern, be direct, be passionate. They will support you. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to acclimate to this journey. It's going to take time for them as well. Last, make accountability fun. We have fun with our check-ins. We laugh. I make a weekly video for every client who fills out their check-in form. There's a lot of good jokes. There's maybe babies screaming in the background, dogs barking in the background. Who knows what types of noises you're going to hear? But it doesn't have to be this strict, hard-ruled, you did this, you didn't do it, best of luck next week. Have many challenges, action steps. Share ideas, brainstorm together, connect together. Set goals for each other. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be motivating. It's meant to be encouraging. The last piece I want to leave with this group specifically, the Twin Cities Female Fitness Group, is that women especially thrive with accountability. We often feel this pressure to do everything all the time at our very best. The truth is, we are a lot stronger together. Accountability provides encouragement from people who understand the challenges that you face. It provides structure to keep you consistent when life feels absolutely chaotic. And it provides empowerment. Knowing you have a team cheering you on builds confidence. It empowers you to take every little step possible each and every day. So, where do we go from here? It's time for you to start building your accountability network. It's time for you to start thinking about, number one, what is it that you want to achieve? Again, if you haven't looked at our ultimate guide to goal setting, this is your opportunity to drop that comment below, goal setting, comment goal setting with this video. We'll get you the goal setting guide so that when you know what it is that you're working for, you can get to that why so that you can start sharing this with your accountability circle as you build it. As you build this accountability network, remember, this is meant to be people who are going to pat you on the back when you need it, but be honest when you need it most. These are people who are here to motivate you, encourage you, and overall empower you. You do not have to do this alone. Accountability transforms this journey from a solo adventure, wondering what do I do, when do I do it, how do I do it, to one of empowerment and one of community. Accountability is a tool in your tool belt. Make the most of it, because with it, you can have a lifetime of success.